So yeah, I don't really remember where that last video left off at, because that was this morning and now this is the afternoon and I'm here picking up Skylar, and in between that time I was at work. Well, I work from home, but yeah, I was at work, so I don't know exactly where I left off at, and I'm just really not about to go back. However, I know what I was talking about, and I know that what I was saying was that I'm not a baby mama, and I'm definitely not one of them baby mamas that, you know, have the child and then all of a sudden, well, not all of a sudden, but, you know, ramp up the niceness and the sweetness and continue to accommodate, you know, the partner, the male, the baby daddy and all that. No, I'm not one of them ones. I'm actually the complete opposite. You know, once we bring a child into this world, of course I bring the child in because I'm the woman, but you know, I didn't create the child by myself. So once we bring a child into the world, my treatment of you will be 100% dependent upon your treatment of our child, of my child. Seriously, you know. Yes, I know it's, you know, a child is made by two people, but for me, it's personal. At that point, it's personal. So my treatment of you will be dependent upon how you treat my child, period. Yes, it's 100% personal. Yes, it's 100% business, because raising a child is 100% personal and 100% business. It's, you give 1,000% or you give nothing at all. That's just, you know, raising a child properly, being a parent is all or nothing, black or white. There's no gray area. Not to me. Not to me. I mean, like, you know, I'm sure that there are many people that could disagree with that, you know, think that they have a valid argument with that. But for me, there is no gray area when you raise a child, when you're a parent to a child. It's 1,000%, 100% personal, 100% business, 1,000% all or nothing, black or white, period. And if you're not going to be all, then you're going to be nothing. And, you know, I can't control what kind of parent you are to my child. I can't control that, you know. I can't control another human being. Can't control. I really don't want to. However, I can control myself and my relationship with you. I can 100% control that. And as long as you want to treat my child as if they're only worth 20% of your time, 20% of your business, meaning your finances, then you're going to deserve 0 of me. You're going to deserve 0 of my friendship, 0 of my, you know, what you all claim is respect, but you're going to deserve 0 of that in my eyes. So, you know, with my kids' fathers, you know, they've eventually turned into people that I guess are intimidated by me. You know, they won't admit that, but I know that's what it is. Because like I said, once I bring a child into this world, it's all business. Playtime is over with. Games is over with. You're not gonna play games with me. You're definitely not gonna play games with my child. And when you try to, that's when you're gonna see the real bitch come out. I don't have to be nice to you. I don't have to coddle you, accommodate you, validate you. No, all that's for my child at this point. So it's up to you how you want to move forward with this. You know, I would love for my children to be daddy's girls, daddy's boy, whatever you want to call it. I would love for my children to have very close relationships with their fathers. Unfortunately, that's not the truth. So because of that, you all can go to hell. I don't care nothing about any of y'all. Why would I? Why would I show you love and admiration and respect and all these lovely fuzzy feelings that you all want to feel for me when my children do not even have close relationships with you all, and your obligation is to them, not to me. My obligation is to them, not to you. So, you know, you could go ahead and say I'm disrespectful, or, you know, I don't show you any appreciation as a father. I don't have to, and I'm not going to, because until you show me a father, until you show me a parent that's 1,000% invested 1,000% of the time, you're not going to get any of that from me. There will never be any kind of like, oh, well, at least no, there will be no at least nothing. No, I don't accept that either. I don't accept the at least excuses. No, I don't accept that. You know, there's a lot of people, oh, well, at least he's trying, at least he comes by, at least he does this every now and now. No, there's no at least with me. All or nothing, black or white, 1,000 or 0. It's just how it is for me, you know. So that's why I'm considered the crazy baby mama. Number one, I'm not a baby mama. Never would be. If I was a baby mama, then I wouldn't be considered crazy. I'm considered crazy because they try to use that as a derogatory term, you know, to try to, you know, insult me or whatever. Unfortunately for them, I view baby mamas differently than they do. So whatever. I'm not anyone's baby mama. Because if I was a baby mama, then we would all be besties and we could all get along. No, I'm the mother of your child. Meaning I'm their mother, not yours. I don't have to sugarcoat anything for you. I don't have to make anything comfortable. I don't have to accommodate. I don't have to validate you and tell you how special you are because you showed up for, you know, Dad's Day or whatever time you decide that you feel like being bothered with your kid. You think I'm going to validate you and exalt you? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Now, like I said, I always feel like, you know, I give people second chances. But I'm not going to keep on giving you chances either, you know, but I am open to, you know, giving people chances. I'm very open to giving people time to better themselves, to work on themselves, to correct themselves. I'm definitely open to that. But, you know, you're not going to get that much time for that either, because every year everyone gets older. My children get older every single year. And every year that they get older is another year from their childhood that they're not getting the parent that they deserve. And every single year that they don't get the parent that they deserve is going to reflect on them in their adulthood. And every single year, every single day of every month of every year, I have to make sure that I am building my children up so that they won't walk around with this hurt and pain from not having a father, an appropriate, stable, consistent father in their life, so that they don't go out into the community and make the same mistakes that I made. So you want me to exalt you and talk about how great you are, yet you are giving me even more work to do. You're trying to, well, I mean, you're causing me to have to do more emotional work. You know, it's not easy work. When you know you're going through your own thing as an adult, you have to live day to day. You have to be a provider, you know, and you're your own person. So you have to deal with your own emotional issues or any kind of issue that you're going through just as your own individual person. But then you have to manage those of your children, because you don't want them walking around wounded based on an absent, inconsistent father. But you want me to respect you. Nah, you won't get no respect from me, bruh. The most respect you'll get from me is that I don't disrespect your whole soul every time I see you. That is going to be the respect that you get from me. My silence will be the respect that you get from me. And I'm going to say be happy that you get that, you know. And I won't even say that, because, like, for me, like, it's not even worth the drama. It's not even worth the scene that it would create for me to disrespect you, because I already know that's exactly what you want, so that you can turn it around and tell your buddies or tell whatever baby mama or whoever you want to go tell that, oh, well, she's doing that because she's mad that I don't want to be with her. Yeah, you know, whatever. So it's like, I'm not even going to give you that energy. But my silence gives enough energy. My silence is the only respect you're going to get from me. But you don't like my silence, because I'm sure you know that I am judging you, and I'm not saying anything because I don't even find you to be worthy of my energy to curse you out or yell or whatever. You're not worth that. I'll take that energy and I'll put it towards the child that we created together and turn it into something positive for them. I'm not gonna hold anybody's hand. I'm not gonna, you know, beg you or chase you or coddle you or coax you into being the father that you're supposed to be. Because I didn't have to do any of those things to get you to the place where you created a child with me. I mean, you all know what I mean. You didn't need to be coaxed into making this child. You didn't have to be validated, or you didn't even have to be respected to make this child. Not to say that I disrespected any of y'all, but, you know, let's just be honest. Like, this respect and this admiration, this exaltment that you want now, you didn't need all that stuff before when you wanted to make the child. No, you didn't need none of that. Now all of a sudden you need to be exalted and you need to be respected and validated and all those things. No, that ain't gonna work. Because, like I said, at this point, there's a child in this world, my responsibility is to my child. My child is pretty much helpless out here. You know, the child needs me. It needs both of its parents to make sure that it has everything that it needs, he or she. You know, the child is completely dependent upon their parent for everything. And I don't mean just clothes and shoes and even just a roof over their head or food. They're dependent upon their parents for everything, including their emotional development, their emotional regulation, their communication skills, their social skills, their decision making, you know, their experiences with the community. They're dependent upon their parents for everything. And you feel like all you need to do is put in what you can when you feel like it, and I should at least be happy that you're at least doing that. No, that'll never fly with me. I will never be at least, or I will never be happy that you're at least doing that. At least, right? No, that'll never fly with me, you know. And it just really, it's funny because these are the same people that'll sit there and talk crap about how they hate their mom and their dad. I hate my mom, I hate my dad. You know, I even had, well, my first child's father told me his mother was dead. I was very surprised when I was sitting at his house one day and she came walking in. She wasn't dead. She, you know, made some bad choices and, you know, left his life or did whatever, you know, she was on drugs or whatever, but she wasn't dead. And she also wasn't, I guess at the time, because she eventually, you know, started back coddling him, you know, I guess she must have did something that he didn't like. So, you know, he told me she was dead. Okay, weird. My second child's father, he never even speaks about a father that he ever had. If he had a father in his life, I don't know, but you know, he never even speaks about a father. I met his mother, you know, but he never speaks about a father. My third child's father, he told me that he can't stand his mother. His mother was a hoe, blah, 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 blah. He also told me that his father died when he was 12 or 13 or whatever, or 12 or something like that. Well, I just found out his father just died in 2020. So I'm guessing that this is when his father decided that he didn't want to be bothered with whatever and left and went and raised his other family, you know, somewhere at place else, whatever. You know, these are the same people that'll say, you know, I don't have a father, or my mother is dead, or, you know, because they weren't there for them how they wanted them to be. Like, these people were not the kind of parents that you wanted, so you wrote them off as being dead. But then you turn around and you do the same thing to your own kids. The same exact thing. And this is exactly why I am the way I am with my kids' fathers, because I have a father. I mean, everybody has a father, and I know my father, you know. I've known my father my whole life. I don't speak to him anymore. I've stopped speaking to him about 2 years ago. But up until the time that I had my first child, I thought my father was the best thing since sliced bread, until I had my first child. And I realized what kind of father I wanted for my child. And that opened my eyes to what kind of father my father was. And what kind of mother my mother was. Well, I already knew that my mother really wasn't that good of a mother because she raised us. You know, we lived with her all the time. So, of course, you know, there was that whole dynamic of, you know, my mom is crap and my dad is the best. I'm going to say the way my mother raised us was crap. She was mentally, verbally neglectful, emotionally abusive, you know, sometimes physically abusive. So I'm not going to say that, oh, well, my mother wasn't that bad. No, she was. She was on drugs as well, you know. However, you know, I never looked at my father as being just as abusive and neglectful, because he was always the out of town dad. And if he ever needed anything, you know, he was there. But once I started having kids, especially when I had my first daughter, I realized that my father wasn't shit either. He wasn't either. So I make it my business to be the parent to my children that I always wanted. I'm the kind of mom for my kids, especially my daughters, that I wanted. That's why my kids are spoiled. That's why, you know, whatever they want, they get it pretty much. I lift them up. They're beautiful girls. My son is very handsome, you know, and I treat my kids the way I wanted to be treated. I try to be there. You know, they're a little bit older now and things are changed because of COVID. But, you know, whenever they had anything going on in school, I was there front and center. You know, if Riley had been in school before COVID, then she would have got the same thing. But now they don't really have, you know, in school things. Hopefully they can, you know, bring that back, because I do enjoy, you know, going to school events and things. But anytime they had anything going on in school, I was there cheering them on. You know, I try to do everything as a parent that I wanted my parents to do. But, you know, these same guys, and I'm sure there are many baby daddies out here, and I'm not talking about the fathers of your children. I'm talking about baby daddies. I think I've explained, you know, that there's a difference. So I'm talking about the baby daddies out here. There's many baby daddies out here that'll disown their mothers and their fathers because their mothers and their fathers weren't really good parents, or, you know, they weren't around, or, you know, all these negative things. And then they turn around and they go do the same thing. And then they want to demand respect from their baby mama. Well, you will get respect from a baby mama. You will never get respect from the mother of your child, though. And not me. You'll never get that from me. Like I said, the extent of my respect includes keeping my mouth shut and not saying anything. You should take that as your respect. Take that. But, you know, no, that's not good enough. And I think it also has to do with the fact that I am the mother of your children. I'm not a baby mama. Meaning even in the way that I carry myself. I mean, I work from home, so there's really no need for me getting all dressed up. But, you know, a lot of people judge me by my appearance. And I probably look like a bum half the time. Whatever. I don't care, you know. But the fact of the matter is I'm very well educated. I'm very professional. I'm very successful. I have my life together. My home is very stable. My children are very well behaved. They're respectful. They're responsible. They're beautiful. You know, when we go out, just a couple of days ago, when I took my kids to the doctor with me, and, you know, I got a compliment from an older lady saying how beautiful and well behaved my children are, because that's how I'm raising my children. So I'm, you know, I mean, I guess I exalt myself, you know, but if I did interact with society a lot, I probably would be exalted. Well, I used to be exalted as a great mother when I interacted with people. So if I interacted with people, I would be exalted as a great mother. You know, the people that I do interact with, they know I play no games about my kids. They know that I got my stuff together, and I'm just not somebody to play with. You know, I'm not one of these little baby mamas. I ain't out here, you know, playing games with my life, nothing like that. So my opinion of somebody really matters. So if I'm not even willing to give you enough energy to even acknowledge you, that's gonna be bothersome towards your ego. Because, I mean, they can sit there and act as if I'm a nobody, but they know the reality. I'm not one of these baby mamas. You know, if I cuss their ass out, it's going to be based in truth. And they can sit there and laugh and say, oh, she's doing this because of this and she's doing that because of that. But when they get home, or they're going to cry in the car, I'm going to say that. But, you know, they're going to cry in the car. They're going to be punching the air. Because they're going to know everything I'm saying is facts. And they're going to already know that there ain't going to be nothing they can say against it. They already know. So, you know, it's unfortunate that I have 3 kids with 3 different men that have these huge egos that think that I'm supposed to stroke it because it makes them feel good. And, you know, I don't understand, why is it so important for me to stroke your ego? Like I said, all of my kids' fathers have 5 children with 5 baby, 5 children with 5 baby mothers. So y'all have 4 other baby mamas. Y'all have 4 baby mamas and 1 mother of your child. So, you know, y'all have 4 other baby mothers. Like, I'm trying to say this correctly, you know. Y'all have 5 children with 5 different women. 1 is the mother of your child and 4 are baby mamas. So you all have 4 baby mamas to feed your ego. You have 4 baby mamas to exalt you and tell you how great you are and tell you, oh, you spoiled the child, you do this. And, you know, you have 4 baby mamas each to give you the respect that you claim you deserve. Why is it so important for you to get it from me? Why? Because let y'all tell it to your little buddies and your little friends and to social media and everybody else. I ain't shit. I'm a bum ass bitch, right? I ain't nothing. I ain't nobody. So why is it so important for you to get my respect? If I'm a nobody, then you don't need my respect. My respect should mean absolutely nothing to you. Because bottom line is, your respect means absolutely nothing to me. That's why your insults, or your intended insults, your intended disrespectful comments to bruise my ego or whatever, mean absolutely nothing to me, because you mean absolutely nothing to me. You know why? Because you are not doing what you're supposed to do for the sake of my child. So, you know, there ain't no more babies coming up out of here. But I hope that more women could develop this mindset. You should treat this man according to how he treats your child. Period. That child is your offspring. That man ain't your offspring. You know what I mean? Like, that man can go make babies all over the damn place. Your child can only have one father. 2 parents, 1 father. So when it come down to it, if that man ain't doing what he's supposed to do 1,000% of what he's supposed to do 1,000% of the time, he can go kick rocks. Why are you all trying to be nice to these dudes that don't even care enough about the child that they help you make to be who they're supposed to be 1,000% of the time? And I understand that there's men that work, you know what I'm saying, but there's always circumstances, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, you got to sit at home all day every day. Like, I already understand that people have jobs, people have responsibilities. I understand that. But with every waking moment of your free time should be dedicated to your child. I don't want to hear that, oh, well, I deserve to go on vacation. Yeah, go to a kid-friendly vacation. Take your kids with you. Have fun. All your free time needs to be dedicated to raising your child. If you can't find something that's kid-friendly that you can enjoy yourself, you really need to go see a therapist, or you need to work on yourself and you'll work on your childhood wounds, because not every adult activity has to involve alcohol. Meaning, yes, all of your free time, including your vacation time, should be spent hanging out with your kids. If you want to go on vacation, they got Disney cruises. You want to go to an amusement park and, you know, go and get on some, they got Cedar Point. Kids are allowed there. There's what you call it, Kalahari's, where, you know, there's a water park for kids, and then there's like a spa or whatever for adults. You know, there are family-friendly resorts. There are family-friendly things for everybody to do at the same time. Even Las Vegas, there are family-friendly, kid-friendly things to do. So that's what I mean. You know, I do understand that adults need, you know, time to recharge on their own. Okay. I mean, I get that. I get that. Nobody's saying that you got to go out every dang on weekend, but, you know, just for me, if there's 4 weekends in a month, 3 of those should be spent with your kids. 1 could be for you. Yeah. You know, you got yours, whatever. Cool. But 3 of those should be for your kids, period. There's no excuses. None. And I'm just not the baby mama that's going to take your excuses and make excuses for you and just excuse, you know, half-ass parenting while being respectful of your feelings. I don't give a damn about your feelings. I can't even give a damn about my feelings until my children are 5 or 6 years old. So what the hell makes you think I'm going to give a damn about yours? It's just not, it's not where it's at. It's not what it's going to be. It's just not going down. Not over here. And like I said, I really do hope that, you know, more women take that attitude with their kid's father. Because I'm just sick and tired of the babying, the coddling of these grown men. I'm sick of it. I've been sick of it. So, call me crazy, call me bitter, call me whatever the hell you want to. But what you will not call me is somebody that, you know, just takes care of my kids and is raising and coddling some grown-ass man. Nah. I'm coddling, raising, and taking care of my children. And I'm giving these grown-ass men dust. You want something more than that? Then give my kids more than that. Okay?